You are born, inspected like livestock, and judged useful only if you look strong enough to produce future soldiers. Born into a warrior city, you arrive in the world in a place that does not care about comfort. Sparta does not ask if you are happy. Sparta asks if you are useful. You are the child of citizens. Not just any Greeks, but Spartiates. From the first breath, you belong to the city more than you belong to your parents. Ancient writers say elders check newborns. They look for a strong body, straight limbs, no obvious weakness. A baby here is not just a baby. A baby is future muscle for the state. You pass, you live. That is your first test. Your mother hears one message all the time. Her job is not to be sweet. Her job is to produce warriors. If she has sons, they will fight. If she has daughters, they will give birth to more fighters. You are part of that plan the moment you are born. No one asks your opinion. Your house is simple. No soft life, no rich decorations. You grow up around shields, spears, and stories of men who never came home. People do not cry long for them. They praise them. The worst shame in this city is not death. The worst shame is cowardice. You learn that before you can read. You hear sharp lines from older women. A mother tells her son to return with his shield or on it. Another tells a messenger, "I raised him to be brave, not to stay alive." These are not just quotes. They are training. They are aimed at you, too. You notice what is missing. No one talks about romance. No one talks about personal dreams. The word freedom here means freedom for the city, not for you. Still, you are not weak. You learn to stand straight when adults talk about war. You watch your father eat at the common mess, bound to his comrades more than to his family. You start to understand the rule of Sparta. Every part of your life will serve this place. Your body, your marriage, your children. Chapter 1 of your life is simple. You were born, inspected, and assigned a purpose. Growing up strong in Sparta. You are not raised to sit quietly indoors. You are raised to move. By the time you are a small girl, the city expects you to train. You run, you jump, you throw the javelin, you wrestle other girls in open fields. Are you fast? Are you strong? Can you breathe hard and keep going? Other Greek cities hide their girls. Sparta puts you outside under the sun. Your tunic is short. Sometimes you train almost bare. Visitors from Athens whisper that Spartan girls have no shame. You hear them. You do not care. Their boys read poems. Your body is their proof. Your day is simple. Physical drills, choral songs. You stretch muscles in the morning and your voice in the afternoon. You learn to keep rhythm with your feet and with your words. Music here is not about romance. It is about timing and courage. War also needs rhythm. You learn to read enough to follow orders, laws, and songs. You do not get the deep schooling boys get in war stories and tactics, but you are not left ignorant. You must understand the city you serve. You must understand the rules that control your children later. Food is plain. No sugar rewards. No treats for being good. Toughness is the only prize. If you limp or complain, another girl takes your place in the front line of the dance. That stings more than any bruise. You also learn public speech. Your songs can praise brave men or mock cowards by name. Adults do not stop you. In fact, they like it. Your sharp tongue is one more tool to push men toward glory and away from fear. By your mid-teens, your back is straight, your legs are strong, and your voice carries across the training ground. You are not soft property. You are future high-value breeding stock for the state, and everyone around you acts like that is the most normal thing in the world. You start to notice something important. Men may control the laws, but women control the tone. A single joke from a chorus of girls can stain a man's name for years. You watch them flinch or stand taller under your words, and you learn a quiet truth. In a city ruled by war, your body trains soldiers, but your mouth trains their pride. Learning songs, sports, Spartan values. Your teen years kick in, and Sparta turns up the heat. Childhood training was the warm-up. Now the city wants proof that you can handle public life. Festivals become your stage. You join chorus groups for religious events, especially for Artemis Orthia. Thousands watch. Men, women, elders, even foreign visitors. You stand in front of them with steady eyes and a strong voice. No shy act, no nervous giggles. You perform sharp songs that praise brave warriors and tear down cowards. Names included. If a man failed in battle, the chorus might mention it. You see his face drop. You learn that your voice can cut deeper than a spear. Your training gets more intense. Running across uneven ground. Wrestling in front of crowds. Javelin drills that push your shoulder muscles to burn. Spartan leaders claim strong mothers produce strong babies. They are not joking. They see your body as state property in progress. You know it. Everyone knows it. Other Greek women stay indoors. They weave. They stay quiet. Their cities think your behavior is shocking. Athenian writers complain that Spartan girls speak too freely. They call you bold, loud, and rude. You take that as a compliment. You also learn blunt moral lessons. Luxury weakens, fear destroys. Obedience to the law keeps the city alive. You hear that Sparta stands because citizens do not chase soft pleasures. You repeat these ideas until they feel like bone. You watch boys in the agoge. They train harder, fight more, and suffer harsher punishments. You are not part of that system, but you support it. Your songs set the social rules. Praise the brave, shame the weak. You become a voice of the state. Your social power grows. A single chorus performance can change how the city sees a young man. If you mock him, he carries that weight. If you sing in his honor, he walks taller. You start to enjoy this influence. It is one of the few areas where women in Sparta hold real control. By the end of your teens, you are strong, loud, and certain. You know the values of Sparta by heart. You are not preparing for romance. You are preparing to shape soldiers. In this city, that counts as real power. Matched with a Spartan husband. You reach marriage age. In Sparta, that means around 18. No long dating phase. No walks by the river. Your male guardian arranges the match. He does not ask what you want. He looks at land, family status, and the strength of the man's bloodline. Love is not a factor. The state wants healthy citizen children, not drama. Your future husband is older, mid-20s, maybe even closer to 30. He has already survived the agoge. He has fought or will soon fight. He belongs to a mess group, the Syssitia. That group matters more to him than you do. They eat together, train together, and judge each other. If they reject him, he loses full citizen rights. You understand the message. You are important, but the army comes first. There is no giant dowry. Sparta hates the idea of wealth shifting power between families. Other Greek cities use dowries to gain influence. Sparta claims to value equality among citizens. So, your marriage gives only basic goods or land ties, not huge payments. Aristotle later complains that Spartan women end up controlling a huge part of the land anyway. He blames inheritance rules, not dowries. You smirk at that thought. Even critics admit your position has weight. Women do not hide during marriage talks. You move around the city, meet people, handle property issues. You know rumors. You know which men come back from war with honor and which return with lowered eyes. You know who lost a shield. That knowledge makes you a dangerous judge. Men try to impress you, but not openly. Too much interest looks weak. The wedding preparations feel strange. You know soldiers will not live full-time with their wives until they finish their duties in the barracks. That could mean years. You will see your husband in short, secret visits. Daylight together is a luxury. Spartan law cares more about discipline than household bonding. Still, you notice sharp truth. Even under this rigid system, your role matters. Your future children will decide Sparta's strength. The state needs you. It needs your womb, your body, and your loyalty. No one hides that fact. Your marriage is not a love story. It is policy. It is strategy. In Sparta, you do not marry a man. You marry the system. Captured bride and secret visits. Your wedding night is not romantic. It is a Spartan stunt. First, the women of the house grab you. Older female relatives cut your hair short. Not a trim, a full chop. Your long hair hits the floor. They dress you in a simple tunic and cloak, the kind men wear. They put you in sandals that feel wrong on your feet. You look less like a bride and more like a young soldier who got lost. Then they leave you in a dark room. No music, no feast, no crowd watching you walk down an aisle. You sit, wait, and listen to your own heartbeat. Your new husband does not knock. He sneaks in from the barracks. He has eaten with his messmates, as always. The law says he must keep living with them. Even on his wedding night, he sleeps there, not with you. He captures you in this strange half-play, half-ritual. Some scholars think it keeps a memory of older bride seizure customs. Others say it trains both of you to handle secrecy and control. You do not get a vote in the theory. You get a man in the dark and a duty that starts fast. The marriage is consummated, then he leaves. Back to the barracks. Back to rules, inspections, and shared meals. You stay alone in the house, now a wife in name, but not in daily life. This pattern repeats. He comes at night when he can slip away. You cannot plan on it. You hear the door, see him for a short time, then he disappears again before dawn. Weeks pass like this. Months. In some cases, even years. Daytime, you run the household and keep your feelings quiet. Nighttime, you share a bed with a man who is half present. The city wants soldiers who are loyal to their mess first, and their families second. Your marriage is built around that priority. You might be pregnant before you ever share a normal breakfast with him. Running household, helots, daily duties. Your husband trains, fights, and eats with his mess group. That leaves you in charge of the house. Not a tiny kitchen space, a full estate, a kleros, the land allotment tied to his citizen status. The state expects that land to produce food for the mess and for your family. It does not care who manages it. You do. Helots work the fields. Most come from Messenia, taken after long wars. They are not slaves in chains, but they are not free. They owe crops, labor, and obedience. Every year they hand over a set portion of grain and other goods. If they fail, punishment follows. Not from your husband, from you. You oversee planting schedules, harvest storage, and livestock counts. You speak to helot supervisors. You track grain in jars and wine in large pots. You have to keep numbers right because the mess needs its share. If your husband shows up with less than expected, his group will mock him. You refuse to let that happen. Other Greek women spin wool and stay indoors. You walk the land, you check fences, you speak in public, you handle contracts. Athenian writers call Spartan women bold and free. They mean it as an insult. You treat it as a badge. Helots fear you. You hold power over their work and their safety. You can report them for poor output or disrespect. In extreme cases, the state kills helots who look too confident. You do not swing the blade, but your voice can start the process. Daily life has no soft edges. You wake early, supervise tasks, inspect storage pits, arrange repairs, deal with trade issues, and manage food for the household. You eat simple meals, no luxury, no sweets. The city expects discipline in every corner. You also handle family affairs. You arrange supplies for children, manage servants, and track clothing and tools. Your husband visits at night if he can. During the day, he has no time for domestic problems. Those fall on you. By now, you notice something sharp. Men boast about ruling Sparta, yet they are gone most of the time. You run the land. You feed the system. You keep the machine moving. In this city built on war, the quiet power sits in your hands. You are the backbone Sparta pretends not to see. Raising tough sons and daughters. Now Sparta wants results. Children. When a baby arrives, no one calls it a bundle of joy. They call it future manpower. If it is a boy, people nod like they are inspecting a new weapon. If it is a girl, they still nod. She is a future mother of warriors. Either way, the state wins. For the first years, your son stays with you. You feed him, clean him, and watch how he reacts to small pains. If he trips and cries, you do not rush in too fast. Comfort is short, lessons are long. You tell him stories of men who did not flinch under the spear. You make weakness feel embarrassing, not normal. At age 7, he is taken to the agoj. No discussion, no gentle transition. City officials move him into a world of drills, beatings, hunger tests, and group punishments. You do not stand in their way. If you begged, people would call you soft. That is close to a crime here. You hear reports. Boys going barefoot. Boys wearing one cloak all year. Boys forced to steal food and beaten if they get caught. It is not a secret. It is policy. When someone asks if you worry, you reply with the standard Spartan answer. I worry more about him coming back a coward. Your daughters stay home, but not to sit and sew all day. You put them through the same running, jumping, and wrestling drills you learned. You push them to be loud, fit, and confident. Other Greek cities say women should be quiet. You tell your daughters the opposite. Their future husbands will face war. Your daughters must face everything else. When sons march to real battle, the famous line becomes real. You hand your boy his shield and tell him to return with it or on it. You do not say it for drama. You say it because this is the rule that keeps the city from falling apart. A living coward does more damage here than a dead hero. If your son dies in war, you are praised for raising someone worthy. If he runs, you carry the shame. People look at you and think, she failed. Owning land, wealth, and power. You notice something that shocks visitors. You control land. Not a tiny garden, real property. Fields, olives, vineyards, and storage buildings. Spartan law allows women to own and inherit land. Other Greek cities hate this idea. In Athens, women cannot buy a sheep without a male guardian. In Sparta, you can manage estates. You can even lend money. That alone makes foreign writers choke on their wine. Your rights grow with every death in the family. War claims husbands, brothers, fathers, and sons. When they fall, property shifts, sometimes to you, sometimes through you. Aristotle later claims that Spartan women control almost 40% of the land. He blames greed. The truth is simpler. Men die, women inherit. The math does the rest. You use that power. You make deals. You direct harvests. You negotiate with traders who suddenly speak politely when you enter the room. They need your grain. They need your olives. You notice their posture change. Respect mixed with fear. Helots feel it too. Your orders carry legal weight. If they challenge you, they risk punishment from the state. Reports say that helots who act proud can be killed during secret crackdowns. You never swing a blade, but your complaint can start a chain of events that ends with a body. Men grumble. They say women rule the houses. They say women control money. They say women speak too loudly. You smile. They are not wrong. Your influence stretches into marriage politics. You can help decide who your daughters marry. You can support alliances between families. Your approval can raise a man's status. That power is not written on public tablets, but everyone knows it. When foreign visitors arrive, they stare. They expect silent women behind walls. Instead, they see you walking the land, giving orders, and handling contracts. They go home and write angry complaints. They call Spartan women wild, bold, and out of control. You take every word as praise. Without you, Sparta starves. Standing firm during endless wars. War does not visit Sparta. War lives here. It knocks on your door every season with new lists of dead men. Your husband spends long stretches away. First, the Persian Wars. You hear about Thermopylae in 480 BCE. 300 Spartans, led by King Leonidas, die holding a pass. People do not whisper about it. They boast. Mothers stand straight and say, "He did his duty." You feel fear in your gut, but you do not show it. Showing fear marks you as weak. Weakness stains your whole family. When the Peloponnesian War begins in 431 BCE, the absences get worse. Spartan armies march into Attica. They raid fields. They fight sieges. They stay gone for months or even years. Letters do not arrive. News comes from survivors or traders. You wait, working the land, running the house, acting like nothing shakes you. Food demands rise. The mess groups still expect their portion. You must keep production steady while labor thins and storms ruin crops. You negotiate harder. You push helot supervisors. You track every storage jar. You cannot let shortages shame your household. The city faces disasters. An earthquake hits around 464 BCE. Buildings fall. People die. Helots see an opening and revolt. Panic spreads, but not in public. Women stand in the streets, calm. You tell your children to keep working. Inside, you fear collapse, but your face stays stone. That calm becomes a weapon. It signals that Sparta does not break. Widows multiply. Battles kill husbands, brothers, and sons. Property concentrates in women's hands. You inherit more land, more workers, more headaches. Outsiders call Spartan women greedy. You know the truth. The men are gone. Someone has to run this place. Grief follows you, but you are not allowed to show it loudly. Crying for too long insults the dead. You comfort other women with sharp lines. Better a dead hero than a living disgrace. The words taste bitter, but they keep morale high. Your authority grows. Men return home thinner, scarred, and shaped by war. They find their estates running smoothly under your control. Some resent it. Some respect it. All depend on it. You stay steady because you have no choice. Sparta survives on discipline. While men win glory far away, you hold the city together with hard work and a stiff spine. Without your quiet toughness, the war machine falls apart. Aging widow with fierce reputation. Time passes. Your knees complain when you stand up too fast, but your influence does not shrink. It grows. You are now a widow. Maybe your husband fell at Plataea. Maybe he died in some small, ugly border fight no bard will sing about. The cause does not matter. In Sparta, a man dead in war still counts as useful. The city honors him, then looks at you. You are now the senior voice in the house. You control land, workers, and marriage plans. Younger relatives come to you for advice, not because you are soft, but because you are blunt. You know which alliances help the family and which only feed pride. You have watched this system chew up men for decades. You are done pretending it is gentle. Stories swirl around you. People repeat sharp sayings of Spartan women, lines that sound very much like things you have actually said. A mother who told her son, "Either with your shield or on it." A woman who heard her boy died bravely and answered, "Then he is mine." These quotes stick to your age group like armor. Foreign writers treat them almost like jokes. You know they are survival tools. You watch younger women walk with the same straight backs you once had. They manage estates while husbands live in barracks. They send sons to the agauge with dry eyes and clenched jaws. You see their fear under the surface. You do not say, "It will be fine." You say, "You already know what to do." That is the only comfort Sparta allows. You grow old, but you never step out of the role. Until your last day, you are exactly what Sparta built. A woman who treats fear like an enemy, grief like a duty, and power like a tool she refuses to drop.